Hello everyone, this is Kevin Mange, and this is Kev's TV series. Well, last week, I took a break from the gyms only because I was running on time because of what time I had left. So I just did the badges, the last of the badges right there because I finally caught up to Paldea. Luckily, I'm playing my game, Pokemon Violet. So it took some time to understand Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet and of how things roll in the game. But I'm on the topic on gyms, but this is for you all to know, viewers. For you all to know. So, of what I discussed from last week, finally ended the badges section. But since I didn't discuss about the gyms around the time for how long I would be for last week, I just need to make sure that the badges were discussed first before I discuss the gyms. That way, I would have enough time to discuss what I'm discussing right now, and what I'm discussing right now is definitely the gyms because of how I see the gyms of what they are. And this will end Paldea after I'm done with the gyms. After this, then I'm back to Kanto, because this will end the gyms for good as well. Last week, I ended the Paldea badges. Today, I'm gonna finish off the gyms. And then after this, I'm going to be discussing something else other than gyms because this is also the end of the gyms. So after this, I'll head to Kanto and discussing the gym leaders. That's right. The gym leaders will be after the gyms. And then after the gym leaders, when that section is over, then it would be cities and towns. On how I like that city or if I don't like the city. Same reason with the town. And then after the cities and towns, then I'll be discussing my favorite kind of starters you would get and how I would rank them, since I know that it takes only 3 Pokemon. This will be nice and easy when I get there. After ranking all the starters of every region, then I will be discussing the regions themselves. But for now, I'm stuck right here finishing off the gyms since I know Paldea came after Galar. According to, well, Pokemon by the games. So, now let's discuss about these gyms. So what I did about these gyms is, when I was in the game of my Pokemon Violet game, I need to look at the gyms and their point of view in Paldea, and what I see in these gyms is what I need to take into account. So, it's time that you understand how I would take these gyms and what they represent for based on if that gym goes well with the said type and how it describes the type. So, to Cartondo, in Cartondo's gym, I can literally see the reference of a spider's web a little bit. Something spider referenced there. So, spiders can be referenced to be arachnids, no doubt, but there were definitely bug-type Pokemon that do look like a spider in the Pokemon world, so that's how Pokemon sees what bug types look like, or it could look like something else. So it just takes the shape and form of spiders. And that's how the Pokemon world sees bug types. For Artisan, there's definitely a windmill and a garden. And there are some Pokemon helpers that definitely help around gardens and the Pokemon world. And I see the reference there. I see the reference there of what Artisan is taking it as. A garden with grass-type Pokemon. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Lavencia almost is like kind of like the big city. The big city, like, do you remember these moments? Take a reference to NYC. That's a big city. But do you remember in The Amazing Spider-Man when Electro uses electric powers? He uses it down on the ground on something, uses his electric powers, and that showed off Electro in what could be electrifying. Yeah, that's technically what Lavencia is. It's almost like what Electro did in the big city of NYC. That's what Lavencia looks like. Everything electrical around there where you can see everything that has to offer in Lavencia. And there's a gym in the middle. I would say not bad. Casa Carafa. I have to say it's kind of like an oasis when you think about it. Like, almost like an oasis, kind of tropical. That's what I got the vibe from. Like, when you're looking to the side, there's like literally water. Water going down like a waterfall. And I totally get the water reference right there. That's why Casa Carafa would understand the water types because of the tropical oasis right there. Medali's gym, yeah, that's a restaurant. I don't get the reference in normal types in a restaurant. What's the dealio? But for Alfanada, very Indian-y. I like it. There's just one problem with the gym leader when I get there. But when I get there, is when I'll get there when I'm discussing the gym leaders after this. But I like the Indian vibe. I really do. I really like the theme that gives off the Indian vibe. Very authentic. Very authentic. In Montenerva, the gym is kind of like a stage. Like a stage, like where a singer goes and sings on stage. That's what I'm talking about. And does that reference ghost types? Well, maybe if you're going goth, or maybe a delinquent, or maybe something else that would represent the ghost types very well, then maybe I'll get the reference. But I don't think the gym leader represents gothic, delinquent vibes. Unless if she has gothic or delinquent vibes, then maybe. Maybe I get the point. But she's more like a rapper. Like, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, yeah. You know what it is. I like to sing, so the gym leader, I can get the vibe there. But the reference to the ghosts, I need to understand why it represents ghosts. But if it's gothic or maybe delinquenting, then I would definitely get the vibe of ghosts. That's how I would see if ghost types would represent well in a stage setting, like for how you perform a concert. But for Glaciado, it's almost like a ice rink when you ask me. So I definitely get the reference there for ice types. But where these go down to me, I would have to say Cartondo's out, Artisan's out, Medalli's out. Hey, what's with the restaurant reference over here, huh? Alpha Knight is definitely in. Montenerva's in. And Glaciado's in. So, the ones that are definitely in for right now is definitely Lavencia, Casacalafa, Montenerva, and Glaciado. If you're wondering why I'm talking like this, it's only because I'm trying to get the best Spain reference and the accent of how Portugal Spain is. So if Spain can take Portugal people, so if my sister-in-law thinks that this is a bit like Portugal, a bit, but if it's not, then I failed in talking Portugal here. I tried my best to go Portugal here, but apparently, maybe this isn't Portugal. But this is literally the region of Spain. That's what Paldea is. So, over Lavencia, Casacalafa, Alfanada, Montenerva, and Glaciado. Where do they go? I would have to say As much as I like the Indian vibe, yeah, it's not in. Um, I would have to say Glacia Does Out. Top 3. Levencia, Casa Calafa, and Montenerva. Which one is the better of all? No offense to the gym leader, but I have to say Montenerva's out just because you're more of a rapper. You just don't look like gothic or delinquent enough. So, sorry. Unless if you are gothic, unless if you are a delinquent, then I would see the reference right there. But you are definitely a rapper, and I like it. So I won't forget about the singing with you. Living in a gangster's paradise. I so love singing. I'm with you there, Jim leader. You're a gangster. You're a rapper. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. So the only two that made it in is Casa Calafa and Levencia. Now, which one is the better? The tropical oasis or the big city reference I made? I would have to say the best gym in Paldea would have to be I would like to say Casa Carafa because I like the tropical oasis a lot. But Levencia has a tough time to get to when I'm trying to get to this point. They're both good. I'll have to go with Levencia. Just because with what a tropical oasis looks like, maybe could miss it because of how you could be confused as if, like, what if you jump into yourself into an oasis and you don't see anything at all? You might mistake Casa Calafa for an illusion of a place, and you're dying of thirst. You're dying of thirst and you can't get that. And all you see can be Casa Calafa. That's what an oasis is. The oasis kind of tropical kind of place if you're looking at an illusion. Like a dying of thirst. I like to be funny. So, Levencia wins. Levencia wins by default because of the nice electrical vibe it has, of the big city, and of how much of an electrical charge it has. But what about the gym leader? Could the gym leader be higher? Well, we'll find out when I get to the gym leaders when I get to Paldea for the gym leaders. But for now, this is Paldea Talked. Later. Hello everyone, this is Kevin Mange, and this is Kev's TV series. And now we enter the Paldea region. So, since Paldea is way behind, of course I would talk about the gems. But right now I'm gonna feel like I just would want to talk about the gym badges for right now. But I would definitely need the teleprompter for other things to talk about. So, Paldea is kind of new, so I can't really remember everything. But since Paldea is the same thing with Galar, it's best to start off with gym badges, because next thing I'll talk about when this is done, I will be still in the Paldea region when I would talk about of how I see the gyms in the Paldea region. That is when I would definitely want the teleprompter. So, the gym badges. We have, same thing with Galar, the bug badge, the grass badge, the electric badge, the water badge, normal badge, psychic badge, ghost badge, and dice badge. So it's time to take these ones into consideration. So, about these badges, and of how I see them on if I would like it or not. Bug badge? Nope. Grass badge? Nope. Electric badge? Nope. The water badge? Nope. Normal badge? Yes. The psychic badge? Nope. Wow. Now getting this to how this is quick. So I guess what made it to the top 3, no doubt, is the ice, ghost, and normal. Well, this is different. Normal made it to third in the top 3. Ice made it to the top 3. Even ghost 2. So which one tops it all in Paldea? I would have to say normal badge out. Now we have the top 2. The ice badge and the ghost badge. Which one would I want to take into consideration here? I would have to say ice badge is out, the ghost badge wins. Thanks to the Galar region, this became quick. So, that being said, This ends Paldea. So since we're back to 8, which is good, now I'm going to talk about Paldea in the next video, and then we'll go back to Kanto, since Paldea will finally catch up. I just didn't discuss about the gyms, since that'll take a very long time to, remember. I just did the gym badges because that can be nice and quick right now. So, now you understand what is the best badge in Paldea. So, Paldea will be next for the gyms. And then I'll be discussing the gym leaders and what is the best gym leaders, starting with Kanto, since Paldea will finally caught up. So, that wraps it up. Later. Hello everyone, this is Kevin Mange, and this is Kev's TV series. And now this is last up. After this, it is the cities and towns of all the regions that I'm going to talk about the summary of all of them based on through gyms, gym leaders, badges, just to summarize everything that I see about the city and town of where the gym is located, where the gym leader is located. So, yeah, that's going to be after this one. But it's time to wrap this up. And of how I would take this journey in Paldea. So we get in the fact that in Paldea, I know you would go on your journey, no doubt. But it's just like the same thing in Galar. At least this time, I'm not going to make a white lie. It's just 8 this time. It's just 8 this time, so it just depends on my order on how I would take these gym leaders. But to be honest with you guys, I think I found my region that I would want to live in. It's definitely Paldea. Reason why is because Miraidon, Koraidon, and Cyclizer, they're almost like bikes and motorcycles. And who wouldn't want to live in a region of that kind of reference? Nice. Cyclizer is the bike to the Koraidon and Miraidon as the motorcycles. So, what I would say here, among these gym leaders, of how I would take this journey in Paldea, is based on where I would go for the first gym over to the next. I would have to say Busty's gym is way far off. That's Artisan. So I would have to go to Cortando. Hey, Mambo Italiano. Cortando. Hey, isn't that a reference right there? Hey, Mambo Cortando. I should like that song. Look it up. It's really good, really good. Shout out to David, my brother-in-law. Well, I better send that to my sister. She'll like this one. And I wouldn't forget Mambo Italiano, David. I wouldn't forget about it. It's great. It's awesome. And I kind of like to be funny right there. Hey, Mambo Italiano. With the hand reference. Mambo Italiano. Anywho, so yeah, that's where I would want to go first. So this is how I would want to take it in the gym leaders reference. But I understand the real order is Caddy, Brassius, Lono, Kofu, Larry, Tulip, Reem, and Grusha. Yeah, that's the real order. But to me, if I was in a journey in Paldea, like I said before in Univa, it's the closest gym. And what's close to Caddy? I would have to say it's Tulip. Now to talk about both of those, Caddy and Tulip, I would have to say I think Tulip scores higher a little bit, but how higher? Caddy? Nope. But she does have the bug spirit. I'll give her that. Brassius? He's about the art. Maybe he's just the artistic kind of guy to the grass. Like, okay, but what does painting have to do with grass? Unless if you want to draw sinews on grass, maybe? Okay. Maybe it's that. But anywho. How to say for Brassius? He's definitely in. Lono. She's definitely in. And she's kind of doing what I am like doing for myself. Another someone who's a streamer to YouTube in, well, the Pokemon world. Huh. I wonder if that's possible in the Pokemon world now. Well, I would say, cool. Lono, you're still in. And it's definitely Lono, not Iono. If it was Iono, where's the dot above the L? That would be definitely the Iono, but no dot above the L. Poke. So it's definitely Lono for all of you to know. Tofu? I wouldn't say he's childlike. He's just a busy guy that needs to get done what he needs to get done, but has a one-track mind, and is that childlike? No, not really. He's just running off doing something else. But definitely has time for that, and definitely being a gym leader. In the end, so he definitely has time for a gym match, and that's good. Much better than Clay. Much better than Clay. Kofu is legit than Clay is. But is Kofu in? Not really. Because of his one-track mind. And running off doing something else. But I give him the benefit of the doubt being a gym leader. As long as he has time to come back to the gym and time to take on the challenge. And I'll have to give it to that, but a one-track mind can definitely break you. I would definitely wait on him, but running. That's Kofu right there for you. But because of his one-track mind, he's out. Larry? He reminds me of Eeyore. Huh. We have a gym leader like Eeyore. But apparently he's not the loud kind of guy, for your information. So, if he's gonna call the next Elite Four member, I'll be do the yelling for Larry, even though I'm not part of the Elite Four. I will just say, Hassel, I'm ready for you! I'm ready to challenge you! So yeah. So yeah, that's what I would do. But is ER good enough? Well, I'll have to look into that a little more. To Tulip? Ugh. She's weirding me out. You think you're smitten and you're being girly? She's weirding me out. But at least she's no Gabby. But I know Gabby is definitely beautiful and pretty. But Tulip? Don't get me started. But to Gabby? I like Gabby as a friend. And I'm glad I'm getting to know her. Gabby, if you're watching this, I would like to give you a handshake. For being an awesome friend and helping me through this. Next is Reem. She's kind of like a gangsta. Like a singer. Yeah, she's definitely in. She's definitely in. I think she's perfect as a rapper. And as gangsta hip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got a baby. What's love got to do? Got to do, baby. What's love got to do? Got to do, baby. Yeah, that's what she is, and I definitely like singing. So she's in, of all I'm concerned. Grusha? Grusha's definitely in. So, what I like about Grusha is Grusha could look like to be a sledder, to be honest. Grusha's not bad. And it is definitely dressed up of where Grusha is located anyway, so this is how I take the others. So yeah. Caddy's out, Kofu's out, Tulip's out. Excuse me. Larry and Tulip, I would have to say Tulip's out. Larry? You got me. You got me. But are you higher than Brastius, Lono, Reem, and Grusha? I would have to say, no. Yeah, you're out. Larry's out. 5th place. So it's Brastius, Lono, Reem, and Grusha. But I have to say, the next one out is yeah, Grusha. 3rd place. Brassius. So what I have to say about Grusha, I would have to say the reason why Grusha's out is because of, well, still the eyesight reference. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt just because I like you, but the way you chatted about ice types, I'm second guessing myself. Because how is ice types more powerful than it's weak to, well, fire? Answer that. But to Brassius, same thing with ice types, but how can you have a picture perfect battle when fire types can be grass types? Answer that. So, all that's left is Lono and Reem. These two, I definitely both like a lot. Would a YouTube streamer be more cooler than a singer, a rapper, a gangsta? uh, 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 uh. I would have to say Lono takes the cake. I can't get enough of you, Reem. I can't get enough of you because of what I like about you. But Lono, I think we can get along. So Lono wins in this one, but where I last left off, I was talking about my journey. So, like I said, I would want to be close. So it'd be Cortando, then Alfornada to take on Caddy, then Tulip. And then what's closer to that? I think Kofu, then Larry. Then Reem and Grusha. And then Lono, then Brassius. So that's my journey. It would be like Kitty, Tulip, Larry, then Kofu, actually Kofu, then Larry. I'm gonna have to talk about that in the cities and towns portion, so enough on that. And then I would head to Glaciado for where I could find Montenerva because Montenerva is definitely there. And then Glaciado, so that would be like, it would be like Reem, then Grusha. And then, after that, it would be Brassius. Actually, after that, it's Lono, then Brassius. So yeah, that's my journey. So, that's how I would want to take on the Paldea region of their gyms, getting the badges, and taking on the gym leaders in that order. But some are Kofu and Larry, or Larry and Kofu. I have to look into that. what could be what's next closest to from up above Cortando. So there you have it. My journey and my rankings of the gym leaders. And now since this ends, it'll be cities and towns. Starting with Kento yet again. So see ya for next week.